Hello everyone and welcome back. So in this video we are going to discuss about what are the common code practice that you need to follow while you're writing a code. So the basic agenda is to provide you with some guidelines to write some good Python code because you write because most of the time you read a code instead of writing a code, so it's better for someone, so it's always necessary for everyone to write a good code so that anyone can understand it very well. So for that, pip 8 is there. So generally, so the basic format, so the full form of pip 8 is Python enhancement proposal. According to the pip 8, here we have some set of guidelines to write a good code, right? So it guidelines says that how to declare a variable, how to give the white space and how to give the space, and what are the common good practice coding practices that need to be used. So let's discuss each and everything one by one. So first thing is about comment. So the basic rule of the comment is it's in one line you can have at least 72 characters. So why 72 characters? So that the code is more clear. It is visual in one page, right? If so, this is one thing. And use complete sentence and starting with the capital letter. So do not use any full form or something. Start and start and every command should be started with a capital letter. Okay, and according to your changes, comment your code, means update your comment according to the changes in your code. So these are the some conventions, right? So now coming to the point of naming conventions. So what it says that we should take the name of the variable, function or class in such a way so that it matches to the according to the our current requirement or current scenarios. We should not pick the variable name or class name like I, J, K, L, M, N. So these are so in real world of programming, so this kind of naming convention is not required. We should have some relevant naming conventions. So how to declare a function? So this function, you can declare the function like this, right? You should have your function and your my underscore function. So do not, so it should be in lowercase, right? And in order to separate two words, use underscore. Now variable, so again the same method you should use in variable, and it is in such a way so that it improves your readability. Now classes, so every class should start with the capital letter. Okay, so this is a class, model is a class, my class, this is a class. If I declare my any class, so their word, starting word should start with the uppercase. Now method, so the method should start with the class underscore method or method. So all the words should be in lowercase, and and to separate two words use underscore. Now constant is, for the constant you use uppercase letter, right? So that it looking, by looking into these character, it is clear that they are the constant and they are the global variables, and these variables will not be changed across the program. Now module, so this is the way to declare your module. So let's say module.py or my underscore module.py. So you should use your short lowercase word or and separate these two words. Okay, if there are more words in a module, separate these two words with the help of underscore. Now package is, you should use a lowercase word, but do not use underscore in package. Okay, so let's say jump into the each example one by one. So here let's say you have now, so this is a wrong code, right? X is equal to John Kennedy, you have split it. So this is not a meaningful. On the other hand, if my code is like this, my name is equal to John Kennedy, and if I split it, okay, so this is my first name and this is last name, so it is relevant code, and it is clear that what we are doing. And in your code, do not use abbreviation. So here it's not clear from looking into the function, or not, it's not clear what it is doing. Okay, so, or if you look into this function, so it's clear what my function is doing. So here is, okay, so db can be database, okay, or any short form could be there, so do not use abbreviations. This is not recommended. Now white space, so white spaces are generally helpful when you use while assigning operator or something. So it generally increase your readability, right? So here if you look into this code, okay, y is equal to x into, so is it readable to you? If it is more complex equation or more complex statement, then it will not be much readable to us. So it's better that you should use white space so that it is quite readable. Now look into this, y is equal to x into 2 plus 5 z. So now look into this, so it is much readable, right? Okay, now how to declare a list. So this is a recommended way to define a list, and this is not recommended. So as you can see that white space is not given, just between two half. So this is a recommended way. Now this is how to declare a tuple, right? This is not a recommended way to declare a tuple. Okay, so this is a way to declare a variable, and this is not a way to declare a variable. Generally what we do is we align, but that's not recommended. Now the next thing is, in a single line you can have at least 79 characters. So why this 79 characters? Because by looking to the 79 characters, my code is much readable. Okay, we can look into the whole code, but if we add, if our limit is more than 79 characters, then our code becomes too much fuzzy type. Okay, we do not have much readability. So it's better that you should split your your line before 79 characters, so that it is much readable to you. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, so here you can see that here I have test string, but I have to go to at the end of the string, okay, to look what it has. So if I break this string, so here you can easily understand what is the content of my test string. So that's it. Now other things is, you can break the line. Okay, let's say you declare a function, you declare a method, or you do any operations, and the length of and the number of the characters are exceeding 79 characters. So it's better you split it. So here this is the way that I splitted this. So here what I did, I split it after let's say some after some characters. So now it is much readable. Otherwise, here it will go up to here. So which is not a good way of doing coding. Okay. And one way is, now the next thing is between two class or between two function gives two blank line, and if it is a class method then gives only one line, or we can say one blank line. Okay, so here you can see this is in between two class. I have given two blank line, and between a class and a function I have also given a two blank line. Now the next thing is about doc string. So the doc string is basically a way to provide the documentations of a particular module or a particular package or a class or a function. So by looking into the documentation string, we can see what are the what is my class, what is my class is doing, what is the function is doing it right now. Okay, so here you start a doc string like this, right? So let's say for the documentation string, it's necessary for us to write the documentation string for a function or class method, or for a particular module. So here this is a way I have created a doc string, right? So what we are doing, so we are solving a quadratic problem, and this is the way to have an equation of the multiple form. Okay, so they are the so by providing a doc string, it's pretty much clear to us what my function is doing or what my class is doing. Now, so here this is a way that how I declare a doc string for my class. This is a doc string for my function. This is a doc string for my other method, right? So here you can see that between two class method, I have provided a space of one blank line, right? So, and this is a general way of providing a doc string. Here you can see that this is a function which adds two values. Now here the values are, these are the two parameters. So what I have given is I have provided what are the parameters and what are the types of my parameters, and what it returns and what are the types of the return. So this is the one of the standard way of doing the coding. Okay, so it's pretty much clear to me what are the types of the parameters that will be accepted, and what are the types of the return types, whether it returns a class or it returns an object, or if it is object, then what is the type of the object. Okay, so this is the way. Now, so there are some standard way to put the closing braces. So here you can see how I have given a closing braces for a list and for a dictionary, right? So since it's quite lengthy list, so I have provided in this way, and for a dictionary I have provided in this way. Now next thing is comment. So every time we cannot provide the doc string, right? Doc strings are only given for a particular function, method, or class, or particular package. But but in order to explain a code in somewhere else, we require the comments, right? So the comment, so the way of writing a comment is split the comment if it exceeds the 72 characters limit. So for the comment, the maximum limit is 72 characters. If it is exceeding the 72 characters, then split it, right? And the next method is your comment start with the hash, and after hash give one white space, and your first character should start with a capital letter. So here this is the way I have given. And the next thing is, if your comment is between two paragraphs, right? Okay, if it is two paragraphs, so what you can do is you can provide a space of one line, and that line will start with the hash. So this is the way to provide a comment. So there is a way, and the one type of comment is inline comment. So inline comment is the, so this is the way to provide an inline comment. And there are some, and inline comment you should provide where they are quite required. Okay, there are the extreme requirement of inline comment, then in that situation provide the inline comment. And here you cannot provide the inline comment like this, because it's clear to me that looking to the code that it is creating an empty list, so that this is not required. Okay, so the same situation also applies here. Now the programming recommendations. So the general rule for the programming recommendations is, since now if you look into the code, so this is not a right way. Okay, so instead of this you can directly write that if my boolean. Okay, either ways it will return my true or false. If this is a false, then I will return this, right? So this is not a way this is not recommended. Instead of this you can directly say if my list is empty, then this condition will not match, and if it is not empty, then this my condition will match, right? So this is the recommended way. If x is not null, okay, this is not a right way to write a code. Okay, above is right way. Now next thing is, this is not recommended. If arg, instead of this you can say that if arg is not null. Okay, I'm checking the conditions related to the arg. And the next thing is you can use start with and end with instead of slicing, right? So here you are doing this. Instead of this code can be replaced with this code. Okay, and the next thing is the similar things also applies with this. So this is not a recommended way. Okay, instead of this you can write your code in like this. So since we are a human being and we can do the mistake at every time while we are doing, so what we can do, so Python have provided some linters. Okay, so what are the linters? So linters are the basically the programs, okay, which analyze your program and checks whether your program is according to a proper PIP8 standard or not. If it is not, then it will raise your error. And another thing is you can, okay, so there are the two types of the, so PyCode, style flag 8 and PyLint. So these are the linters. Okay, so by the help of this linters you can look into your code coding standard. Like, so I generally use flag 8 and PyLint. Okay, now so there are some codes. Since let's say you have already, let's say somebody has written some buggy code or the code which is not readable. So what you can do is you can take the help of the auto formatters. So what auto formatters are basically are the programs which can refactor your code, okay, with the PIP8 standard automatically. So one of the auto formatters is black. So what you can do is you can install black and write code is, and you can write it like this, black your code.py. So it will automatically refactor your code what at the maximum possible he can do, right? So these are the some coding guidelines and a basic overview about auto formatters and linters. I hope this will be informative session for you. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.